I keep taking the test. Well, that means one of these 4 areas, you're not doing what you're expected to do. Task achievement, you have to answer the question. You have to stay on the topic. Coherence and cohesion, you must identify your examples clearly. The first, another, next, and notice the variety of words to introduce them. Back to variety. You have to introduce your examples, and they have to be in a sequence. They have to be in order, okay? 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Wait, no, the order's bad. 10, 11, 12. I mean, that time order is easy, but order of examples, the most important one first. The most important example is, another example is, also, I'd like to mention, right? So you have to have the sequence and you have to have the variety of the words that introduce the examples. And you have to explain them. And how do we explain things? With words, with vocabulary. That's what lexical resource is. So when we talk about things, we don't repeat the same language over and over and over again. We use a variety of language. Even if it's my friend Ahmed went home and Ahmed had a bath and Ahmed ate dinner and no, he, my friend, my neighbor, my best friend, the cool guy, my co-student, my neighbor, whatever. Don't repeat the name again and again. Don't repeat the same vocabulary over and over and over. Okay, just like I said with those words, first, second, third, don't repeat the same ones. And in grammar, oops, hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Same thing. You don't want to say, well, this is important because, and they went there because, and he went there because, and she did this because. No. You have to have a range of that language. Those because is a word that allows us to explain something. Well, what about if? If he went, when I go, where I went, since that time, those words help us give extra information and explain. And we have to use a variety of them. Notice how that word has come up all around this circle. Range and variety. It's very, very important with the IELTS test. And it is one of the main reasons people rise or fall in one of these 4 areas. It's the key thing. Range, variety. It really is. Look at band score 7 here. Okay, like I said, covers the requirements of the task. That means you answered the question, right? Okay. Now, look at the 4th bullet point down. Key features. Okay, the key features. You have to have the most important points, the most important things have to be communicated. That's what answering the question is about. If the question is about air pollution, you're not talking about tigers. There's no connection, right? You have to find the points that are important for the topic and communicate those points in the writing. Coherence and cohesion, band score 7. We go across, organizes information, what I said, sequencing, order, clear progression, there it is, and a range, there it is, range. I didn't write this, by the way. This is the official version. Under lexical resource, look right at the beginning under band score 7. And I keep coming back to 7 because that is where most of you are looking. You might want above it, but you have to hit it. And these are the things that make you hit 7, is being able to do this. Now, getting above 7 is time and your skill level, your comfort with the language and how long you've used it and how much attention you pay to it and whether you use it all the time. Okay? You can get a 7 by paying attention to this. I can get you a 7, but getting above a 7 is up to you. And look at grammatical range. It's right there. Variety. Uses a variety. Now, a variety of complex structures. That means you don't just use past tense. I went, we were, I ate, he had. Because when we speak, that's what we do. We usually use past tense. But in the writing test, you have to use other grammar. And it's not that difficult. Okay, the causes of air pollution. You think, oh, how am I going to get grammar into this? Well, the main cause used to be, main cause. So there's my sequence word. The most important cause. There's what I'm talking about, the example I'm giving. The main cause of air pollution used to be, past tense, used to be factories. Because, and explain why. So you've introduced your example and you've given that explanation word, because, and then you give the explanation. And it's in the past tense because you said it used to be. Because they burned and they, right? So past tense. But now the primary cause is, see, different word, main, primary, those sequencing words. You could say the first cause is, the second cause is now vehicles, like cars and buses, since they burn, present tense, fuel and produce smoke that pollutes the air, present tense. We had the past with factories, present with cars. And in the future, introducing the next example, in the future, we hope that there will be more electric vehicles, which will, and we explain why that would be important. And if, when, might, may, future words. So you've given your 3 examples, perfect, but you've used that range of grammar. And you can do that with any example. You could do that in the speaking test with where do you live? Well, when I first moved to the UAE, I lived in Abu Dhabi and I lived there for 1 year. And then I moved to Dubai and I have been living there ever since. And in the future, I will, I hope, I might, I may. See? You've answered a simple question with past, present, future. What kind of car do you drive? Past, present, future. What kind of food do you like? Past, present, future. What clothes do you like? Many questions you could do that. Now you can't do it. What's your name? Well, I used to be, but okay. How old are you? Well, I used to be 4. Then no. So it doesn't work with every question, but it works with a lot of them. Okay. So